start off with a smoke from mid, early mid smoke. Just throw it into the wall and it will cover both sides so they can't just push through. Second smoke is deep B entrance, so like B Enterance Smoke. Go to construction into this wall and aim at the corner of the roof, and just a bit to the left, and it will cover the hole. Deep mid smoke. You can use that to kind of push aggressive, and then peek into second mid. Usually used around eco rounds. Banana entrance smoke from CT. Usually I try to get a little of a gap, as you can see, so aim at the bottom of the door and run through. If not, you can just throw it just normally, and it will most likely cover the whole entrance. For retake B, to not be shot from Newbox, you can go to the well, go to the middle of it. On the roof here to the side, just aim at this corner, and then a left click throw. And that will cover off the Newbox. It will be like a gap here on fountain, which should be good. The only thing that you should be worry about if they're pushing aggressively into construction. You can see you throw it. When I like to play pit, I usually line up to this wall and aim at that rail at the balcony, and that will cover off the entrance from apps, or like where you can come out. Retake Molly, to Molly off grave, you aim at the top of this chimney, just left click throw, and it will literally burn the whole grave, except for the hole up to the wall there, but if someone hides behind there, they will move away. This is a default smoke, no, default Molly. So you aim at the top of the chimney, and then as soon as you feel a dip in your wall, you just jump click throw. That will land nicely. You can also kind of throw it up into the air and kind of like cover up positions on site if people are hiding on site. So kind of like a hit and miss wherever you hit, but sometimes you can make people burn and kind of clearing outside without peeking. So you can see, like, you can manage to hit it here and here, kind of thing. Molly top banana early rounds, like in the beginning of the rounds, they can't just push banana and take control. You aim at the top of that smoke out of the chimney and then jump through. From Molly banana, there's many ways you can do it. You can Molly deep, so aim, just throw it down banana. You can throw it close, like against the wall, and then also just at the top. Just it's kind of like a just normal throw, but it's good to take controls, to have two mollies, for example, to take banana. If you want to take a quick B control, or banana control, it's good to have a flash, like a pop flash over a roof. What you do is you line up with this wall, and then at this antenna, in the middle of the antenna, just aim up, and then left click throw. You need to kind of do it quite high, so it comes quite high over the roof, but it basically takes everyone to push the banana. Then you have a good peak for the people that tries to rush you. If they're pushing up on B, and they have banana control, and you want to kind of take a quick peek, you can use a good flash from coffin. You aim at the antenna that you can see here, and then in the middle, and just left click throw. And then when that pops, you just push through the smoke, and then you peek the people, either top banana or car. You don't really worry about these two positions. It's kind of like get a quick kill because they will be flashed, and then or info. If they're trying to execute and they're pushing, if someone is playing first orange, you can do pop flash through of this cylinders here. You aim at the bottom and then just left click throw. Then pops nicely over the first orange here. In an early round, you smoke off mid and you want to do a second peek, second mid peek to be aggressive and get first kill. This flash. It's not really any lineup. You just chuck it over the roof, usually just above the antenna and just far up, and then run through. So anyone that comes up in second mid don't have any time to react to it, but they will see the flash and be flashed if you peek in window. For Nades banana, it's kind of like you either crouch and left click throw, that will kind of land halfway down, run throw, and then bounce to the walls, and then if you do a bit to the right, you will hit the tree area or wood area. Smokes for T-side, so first is construction. You aim at this pillar, and then a bit to the left, that will cover up the construction area. You can still stand on the coffin. Sometimes to do that, so you just pre-fire it. For CT smokes, there's a few of them you can do. You can line up to this construction thing, and then up to the electricity line. You can go into this wall, and then do at the top of this chimney smoke. And then the same with the chimney smoke next to this doorbell. That all covers CT, so it's good to pre-fire the angle as well. If you want to do lib, you can stand next to these barrels, aim at the corner here, and then just jump throw. And that hits the wall here. It shouldn't really kill a chicken, but it's nice as you can kind of use as it to wrap B, for example. Long smoke, I usually line up with this broom on the corner of this roof here, and then left click throw. Sometimes you have a gap in here, and you can pre-fire that. You see kind of like their feet, and then you can continue pushing the flash, for example. Smoking off Moto, you line up on this line here, and then at the corner of this flower pot, just left click throw, and it will nicely cover the long position arrow Moto, so people are rotating can't just push through. Astrali smoke to smoke pit. Line up with this pipe, and then at the bottom of this flower pot, left click throw, and you can see that it kind of covers the pit, so you can't be killed from pit early. So if long is smoke, for example, the only thing that you need to worry about is balcony, sight, and then very rarely early in the round someone plays here in grave, but you can just plant a bomb, play after plant, if you don't want to worry about the pit player, for example. Mollies for banana, I usually just throw it into the wall and it lands behind. The only problem with this is that people can still peek, like the half wall here. So there's another way you can do it. Next to these barrels, it's kind of like an empty spot here between two barrels. If you throw it in there, it will cover both close, half wall, and barrels, or like car, so they can't peek without taking damage. If you want to molly sandbox, you just line it up on the wall right to the window, just run throw, and it will cover the whole sandbox area, which people usually play at like eco rounds, or sometimes otherwise. Molly for corner, you just go up in wood there, aim at the corner of that pillar, on the stone pillar, and then left click throw. For Newbox Molly, I usually go into the corner here, and then that little dip, you just aim at the corner at the top left there, then just right click throw. That will cover also boost on Newbox behind and the pole behind, so they can't be behind there no matter what. Second orange Molly, aim up with the pillar, and then the first dip on the roof there covers both the second boost and second orange. For first orange, you go up to the same place, and the first wood thing that sticks up, and then the first dip up to the right, and then jump throw. If you want to molly dark, you just jump up on this wood, on the corner on this wood, aim at the dip on the left, on the right to the wood there, and then just right click throw, and that will land in dark very nicely. Long Cubby. That little line out there you see, you just run left click, throw, and that will cover the whole cubby area. Then for short, like on the roof, you just aim in the middle of that square, you saw the white square, and then run click throw. And that will also cover under there. Sometimes people play balcony, and it's always a pain to clear out. So what you can do, if you have short control, you can line up into this wall here, and then aim at the top of this window. Out to the left, just out to the left of here, and then left click throw. That will burn. Popflash mid, aim at the bottom of this balcony, and then left click throw. And that's for long, and for short you aim at the top of this roof, the corner of the roof there. And you can see those perfectly hit for long and short, whichever side you want to peek. Guard flash on B, so you line up to this window and aim at the corner of this roof and left click throw. That basically flashes everyone, so CT, first orange, second orange, Newbox on both sides, dark and seat and coffin. So he basically flashes everyone. Chimney Flash. Just crouch and left click throw into the chimney. That will flash the people in pit, the place pit. If they play site, like close around the default box, or if they want to play in graveyard, they can also be flashed there. Wallbangs, you can jump up on this box here, thing, and aim at the pipe and just shoot through it. If you boost up in through second mid, that will kill you there. You can you see all the wallbangs here that you can use some extra damage. That might be good to know. A very often one is the one from bridge. So I always line up with a flower pot here, aim at the bottom of this window, and then just shoot. Sometimes you hit someone, sometimes you don't, depending if they push or not. Because if you crouch, then it's usually kind of like a headshot angle.